There's 6 people out there that need this to sound good.
Those 6 people that rely on us.
It's a nice day to start again. This is working title FC. If Klopp could start again, what would he do?
He'd get a new crop of players, ones that actually want to listen to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you think that's the problem?
Yeah, I do think so, because some guys are just tired of listening to him the whole time. They're probably like, oh my God, bro, please shut up.
You've been here 7 years, bro.
We've been hearing the same nonsense for 7 years.
You know, the real
and
winner.
we're still not beating City.
The real winner of all of this is Ryan. Because when we plotted, we're going to put the show together, whether it was going to be Friday, yesterday, we're recording on Sunday, it would have been Let's All Laugh at Chelsea FC.
Again.
You
guys are a constant. You guys are the gift that keeps on giving.
I know. There's so much that's happened. It's literally been... So guys, I just want to say, since you guys have kicked off with the old Chelsea thing, Enzo no. Our previous episode from about 3 weeks ago. By the way, if you are hearing screams in the background, we're not part of a church ceremony, but we are in the same building.
We are in the midst of a church ceremony. So church is happening everywhere around us except in this room.
So this is what happens, right? I say to my wife, oh, she said, where are you going? I'm going to church. Oh, good. I'm going to be church adjacent.
Yeah. Brilliant.
And be church adjacent.
Now you're in the belly of you're right in the cauldron, bro.
No, I'm right in it. Yeah, so on a Sunday, there is a church, so you may hear children running around. You may hear praise.
You might hear the odd tapping on the doors. Don't worry, it's the Holy Spirit, guys.
But I figured it's only appropriate, if that's the right word. Bring Senzo to church. Let's school him a bit.
No, man. If it's anybody that needs divine intervention, it's Chelsea. So
anyway, we kick you off for Chelsea. Enzo no. A previous episode from about 2 episodes ago, I said, Paulo, I don't care about Todd Bowley. He must open that wallet and get Enzo Fernandez. You said, Ryan, forget it. It's not happening.
But
it's not happening.
You guys have messed up your.
Let Ryan have it.
Just hold on. I'm celebrating.
Let him go.
I'm celebrating because you know why? Pop the bottles. Enzo Fernandez is in the building.
What did you do on Friday?
Ryan is giving himself a round of applause.
It's that sad, eh?
He's got the popcorn out again.
I don't have the button on our podcast device here to clap with me. But Enzo Fernandez is in the building.
How the mighty have fallen.
No, how the mighty have gained. Let me tell you, Senzo, we have built an empire.
Of what? Of drawing to Fulham?
You know what?
That's twice in a couple of weeks.
Hold on, bro. They lost first.
They lost, and then
they couldn't beat Fulham.
Firstly, I, as a Chelsea fan, we're sitting at 10. It's bad, No, and we've written off the season, but I do not expect instant chemistry. I don't. It's gonna take a while. It's something that's worth it takes a while. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Philosophical.
Roman has left, bro. The Roman has left. How do you get over it, bro? He's gone. The Roman Empire has left.
Can I tell you what? We have on our hands someone who cares about this club.
Who? Potter?
No, he doesn't care. He's an amateur coach at best. But you know what? I'll deal with the pot situation. The fact is, we have the owner. He was handpicked by Roman Abramovich. The man himself.
He was
like he's Jesus Christ, like the second coming of Jesus Christ.
He was handpicked by the British government as the least dodgy person to buy Chelsea.
To take this
from a warmonger.
But
exactly, from an oligarch.
The point I'm trying to make here, guys, we have an owner who cares about our club just as much as Roman Abramovich. And the thing is, he listens to the fans.
My boy.
He gets in Twitter spaces with us. He is like, who do you want next? We know you tried Enzo once, but try him again. He's like, hold my beer. I ain't going down without a fight. Two nights before transfer deadline, the man is in the room with Benfica to try and get this man in a Blues shirt. What happens?
You're delusional.
The man does it.
Paulo, can we end this early?
Ryan, you know, the
Like
sermon...
turning water into
The
wine.
sermon is downstairs. The church is downstairs, Ryan, not here.
Turning water into wine. Todd Bowley
I'm
has
leaving.
brought the man
I'm joking.
into the building, and we have a squad second to none.
He's got 24 disciples.
Yeah, bro.
Jesus only bought 12.
Yeah,
Todd's
24.
bringing 24, 36 if he can. The transfer window closed. So
And guys, the last time, every time you open up this podcast, boy, do we have good news for you. We had João Felix the last time.
this guy.
That
Bro,
was
this is not a-
crazy.
This is not a Chelsea podcast. Can you please wrap up what you're doing quickly?
No, I'm just saying we are in a new generation of Chelsea now, handpicked by Roman Abramovich.
And
Todd
finishing
Bowley, the season's a write-off. There's no doubt about it.
Todd Bowley was there at the beginning of the season. You know
Yes,
that, right?
yeah, but like the thing is, right? We are here now. The man
Todd
listens
Bowley
to us.
effed up.
We have got such a promising team in our hands. You guys don't even know what's coming.
So
It is so
We'll ask
exciting.
Fulham. We'll ask Fulham what's coming. And then we'll take it from there.
listen, I'm glad to see Ryan like this because I've seen him down in the dumps a few times.
I love it when he's
so
down in the
so it's good
dumps.
to see him happy, and I'm glad because I was worried about him. Those are all the positives, of course. They're positives, and let me say this, right? There is a degree of, I wouldn't say bitterness, but like when you look at some of the bigger signings, okay, we'll get into like all the problems, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
But when you
they're
look
well
at-
documented. They are well documented. But like, also for Chelsea, I think this is great for them because it shows. Okay, look, the recruitment. Maybe we can say what we want, but at the end of the day, they got their targets. We can't complain about a team having more money than anybody or their owner burning.
And
Let them enjoy it. That's for them.
And you know, it wasn't this going and like doing like these star fucking signings. It wasn't Pogba and Di Maria. It was like very clever. I mean, João Felix's attitude is the only thing that's stopping him from being.
He's got everything is right.
He's
The
got
age-
everything right.
The age is on the right side.
Enzo
Talent is there.
Fernandez, maybe
Same
very
thing.
quickly, but you cannot deny the guy's a World Cup winner, best young player of the World Cup at 22. You can't deny instant impact.
Go
right?
get him. Go fetch him.
And from people that know better, say Mudryk is generational. They're
He
saying
is generational.
So you got three
He's-
potential Ballon d'Or winners there.
like Mudryk is
In
a
the
hot winner.
early 20s.
Mudryk is the heir of Eden Hazard. It is.
There he goes.
There you go.
I love it.
Let him have it.
I
Let him enjoy it.
Do you want
Love
to go? Do you want to go have a smoke? I'll have a smoke with you. I know
yeah.
Senzo's quit smoking while Ryan carries on working title.
He's driving
Chelsea.
me to smoke. Yeah. No, it's fine. Let him have these. Yeah, go on.
No, can I tell you? I'm just excited.
I like
that-
it when you're this excited.
No, I'm very excited, but
This is what. Do not fans. I've said this before about football. Fans don't care how much profit you make. They don't care about what goes on the board. Fans only care about two things. We want to see hot signings, new signings, and we want to win trophies. That's all we care about.
Yeah.
Everything else, don't really care.
No, I know, but it's like I'm just I was watching a couple of videos on the whole Manchester situation.
Yeah.
Mark Goldbridge, he had a little bit of a thing going where he said, he's disappointed that you guys never bought anyone. Let's try and improve the team a bit. I know you got that.
Sabitzer, bro. Do you know how good Sabitzer is?
Didn't buy him in Vegas.
Yeah.
He's a buy-in reject, right?
Who? He's not a buy-in reject, bro.
I'm just checking.
He's
Okay.
not a buy-in reject.
No,
So-
okay, I'm just playing.
We didn't pay 11 million pounds for a loan like some people.
You know who I think is the loser of all of this? So I want to ask you, Ryan, you said this on social media.
Yes.
We didn't really get into it. I thought I'd save it for the show.
Yeah.
Why do you truly think Todd loves your club? Because Roman loved Chelsea.
Yes,
But
he was very hands-on.
He loved Chelsea and he made emotional decisions.
But he was very hands-on, but it's the amount of involvement you'd want from an owner.
But I think he was pulling a lot of strings, but he wasn't public about it. So the
Yeah.
firings, I think that
The firings.
they were very emotional, fan type firings, right?
Yes.
So do you really think Todd Bowley loves his club, or Todd Bowley loves his investors and the money that he's swirling around and the potential payoff that he's going to get when they turn this club for a profit? Do you think he loves that?
I don't know.
I don't think he loves Chelsea.
I don't think it's the football side.
I think he
of it.
loves money.
No, I think it goes
The same.
hand in hand. But like the thing is, he could have done all this and not come to the games. He's an American businessman, right? He doesn't have to be in the UK. But no, the man he was at our game. Look, he was as disappointed as every Chelsea fan at the Fulham game. I'm sure you saw the memes running around of him. But
I'd also be disappointed if I spent 600
well,
bar.
that's what I'm saying. What other owner is going to spend that much money to try and turn a club? He literally.
Have you heard of this guy called Florentino Perez?
And it's not his money.
It's not his money. It's not Bowley's money.
It's not Bowley's money.
I know, but I'm saying there's no other owner that I've seen that's willing to put so much into something to turn it around.
Real Madrid.
But you
have
know
you
what?
seen Real Madrid? The one window. Let me school you.
2009.
2009 window. They dropped 80 million pounds on Cristiano Ronaldo. Dropped 67 million pounds on Kaká. Dropped 35 on Benzema. Xabi Alonso also came through. Like, Perez was out of his mind then.
But did he care about the club?
Yes, he did.
That's what I'm saying.
And then you look at the payoff that Real Madrid got out of that. I mean, other than Kaká, all of them were.
They got return on investment is great.
But you just said he loved the club, right?
Yeah.
So what's making you doubt that Bowley doesn't love the club?
I think he's just picking up Roman's blueprint and trying to make it extra.
But I mean,
because Roman also did the same. You couldn't say Roman never bought out his checkbook.
Is what he's doing right now so bad?
No, it's not bad. We've seen it before.
I'll tell you
I just want to see how long this is going to... Because you guys can't expect windows like this every transfer window.
And that won't happen. Because the next thing is now you got to start moving.
Yes, now we have to start bringing results.
You need results, exactly.
And yeah, exactly right. Now let's talk about the guy with the results, right? Graham Potter's going to get a free pass for a while. Yes. I think he is the loser of this. Ryan won't hate that because you're not a fan of Potter.
No. I also think they've set him up for failure.
No, they have.
He's got no chance.
100%.
Yeah, it's a poison chalice.
Got no chance.
Look at the stature of players we have now. He looks like an amateur. I mean, he's not a manager who can say,
who commands respect. That's what I was saying to people. I was like, guys, okay, cool. For Graham Potter, he's in a catch-22. Cool, this is awesome. This is a Chelsea and stuff like that. But they've set him up to fail because you've got guys there that are like, with all due respect, I've won World Cups, I've won this, I've won Champions Leagues. Who the hell are you?
Yeah, who are you?
Well, so there's a thought. He has another thought, right? Those guys who've won the Champions Leagues and okay, so World Cup is Enzo, right? But that's all he's won, right? Okay, I mean in quotation, that's all he's won, right? Do you not think that there's a move, the shift? Because Chelsea got to move players. There was that one graphic of like they've got 3 players in every position.
Yes, they have to ship out Oaks,
Plus 23 players out on loan.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's unwieldy, right?
Yeah.
Do you not think so? If you take who's going to be the core of this side, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, but the Ivorian centre back, but
Bechua.
No, Barishili. I don't know how to say it. Wesley Fofana, you kind of got to go, those two are going to be your centre backs, right? Reece James, he's got a Champions League. And then you go Mudryk, you got to go Enzo, you got to go maybe João Felix. You kind of go... Okay, Kovacic. But when you say these guys, he's not walked into a dressing room, or there's not a dressing room there by and large of the guys who you got to say are Chelsea's future that are saying, put your medals on the table to the coach. Yeah. Right? So it's not like David Moyes when he walked into the United dressing room.
Folks were like, put your medals up,
Put your medals, you got nothing.
Yeah, put your medals up,
I think Potter, that thing of like, prove it to me. These guys haven't done anything in their career yet.
True.
No. Okay. Besides Fernandes, but do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They have João Felix has underwhelmed. Mudryk hasn't. He's just come through. By and large, those guys haven't done anything. So maybe they'll buy into going, I'm going with you. And the guys who are going to be difficult with him, and they've spoken about, Bowley said that there's dressing room, there's player power, and you kind of go, okay, well, look who's been dropped. Aubameyang straight away, top scorer in the Champions League. He's not even in the squad, right? So you're one. Could Sterling be another one? Could Koulibaly be another one? Maybe talking about those older, Thiago Silva, the older heads.
Do you know who it puts in a funny position? Because Kai Havertz. If Kai Havertz doesn't buy into it, right? Still, Potter is...
No loss on getting rid of Kai Havertz.
Yeah, exactly. Because also he's a £79 million asset. And he's young. Yeah. So Kai Havertz has to... Potter has to play that guy. Whether he likes it or not.
And there's better players than him. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, but also, he hasn't found his position yet. Because they keep playing him as a number 9. But then he's also... Maybe he drops back.
He's a 10. Kai Havertz, he's a pure 10.
But this is what I'm saying.
He's always been that. Even watching him come through as a youngster.
He's always been a 10.
But no, you did. But nobody knew what position he was because he can score
but
goals.
Even still, they still don't know. There's still no solid plan for Kai Havertz. He just he either plays up front or he hangs back. He's like a rotational player.
You're playing him because of his price tag.
Yes.
That's the only reason.
But the thing,
because he's worth 79 million pounds, and you're not going to sit 79 million pounds on the bench.
I love Havertz, right? I think he's a great.
He's brilliant.
I don't want to say he's underrated because I feel like he's well respected, but I just wish there was a more solid position for him because they still haven't established one yet. It's so frustrating to see where he is.
The kind of positions he's going to play in, you've just kind of signed guys to go in those positions.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Now we've drifted into this weird spot now where Kai Havertz is like an optional rotation. We've essentially become City.
So what happens to Sterling? What happens to Sterling when he comes back?
You see, rotational. It's a City thing.
Listen, Sterling did not come to Chelsea
to bench.
He said, "I had that at City. I've come here. I'm coming back to London.
I want to be the guy.
I'm the
This is my
figurehead."
time.
And we still spoke about him being the guy.
Yeah,
Remember,
we did.
is this his time to be the guy?
And now he's definitely not
Not
the
the
guy.
guy.
Not the guy. No way.
Whose team is it now? Actually, at Chelsea, whose team is it?
It's Todd Bowley's team.
True.
It's because not Potter's team. Because here's the weird thing about Potter, right? So, did you guys hear the story about Hakim Ziyech?
The loan falling.
Right?
Philip, yeah.
So, if you haven't heard, he goes to PSG. He was at Paris. He was sitting
He was there. He was
waiting.
there.
He was
Amateur
sitting
move.
there. Right? He was playing
Amateur
ping pong
move.
with Neymar. And he wasn't. But he was probably at Hakimi's house. He was probably with Hakimi. They're probably chilling
Hakimi's
together.
like, bro, let me put you up.
Come stay at my place, no problem. And there was a problem with the paperwork. PSG said they were right. Chelsea said they were right. Everyone, and now
it's the whole fax
he has
machine
to come
situation.
back, right? So this is Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Friday, he's starting for Chelsea. So it says to me, Potter doesn't want to get rid of him.
Yeah.
He wants to get.
No, I actually think
It's weird, man.
I think they started him because they felt bad, in my opinion. No, think
Felt
about
bad for what? Because the thing is,
No,
if
because
that
he's
happens
not
to you, if that happens to you, Paulo, as a player, you're not in the right frame to start.
No,
Not at all.
No, but this is what I'm saying. He was thinking, hell yeah, all these new players are coming in. I don't want to compete at Chelsea. I'm going to PSG.
Did he think he was going to play at PSG? He wasn't going to play at PSG.
No, but he would have had more game time than he's going to have at Chelsea now.
He would have. Listen, I think that Ziyech at PSG with. Because remember, he's going to play
fits their style
he's gonna play
better.
with Hakimi next to him or behind him.
Yeah.
You know,
Same
those,
side,
those two look
Same
really
side, yeah.
good in the World Cup. So I think you're kind of going, hey, that's a really nice option to have.
He never
Yeah.
really fits it into Chelsea.
Of all
He
the
didn't
PSG.
play
Yeah.
Chelsea's style.
Yeah.
You know, he's
You know?
kind of a little bit of an Anthony situation that
Yes.
you fit so well into the way Ajax played, and now you kind of got to adapt to that play a little bit differently. So, Ryan, you've written off the season, you said. Chelsea are sitting in ninth, above Liverpool, which we're going to get into. Just
yeah.
the
Oh,
They
10th
just
gonna stay
place
that way.
Liverpool.
They just keep swapping.
So you're still in the Champions League. You've
Yes.
got a very winnable tie against Dortmund. Listen,
No.
I don't know.
No.
Dortmund are one thing you're always going to get Dortmund, especially at their place,
It's tough.
organized.
Organized. And the atmosphere drowns you.
And
the
the difference with Dortmund is no matter who different coaches, whatever,
Same
there's a system.
Same system.
Compared to Chelsea, it's
Yes,
just
yeah.
mishmash. No one's
Yeah.
going anywhere. Cucurella's playing center. It's a mess.
It's weird,
It's a mess, right? So, okay, so maybe you got the Champions League. Ryan, do you think that's the point Bowley pulls the trigger on Potter, or just go,
You can't.
nobody gets us back in? Because let's just talk about it this way, right? If you're, and it's similar to Liverpool, we'll talk about. If you're Chelsea and Liverpool, you've got to assume that Brighton, Brentford, and Fulham are going to fall off. You have to. They're punching above their weight. They're having great seasons. Injuries.
And it will show how thin their squads get stretched.
Because those teams, by and large, had a full squad training during the World Cup. Right?
Yes.
They had,
Yeah, they had everybody
pockets
there.
of players at the World Cup,
Yeah,
right?
that everybody there, yeah.
So suddenly, so you got to think they'll fall away. Newcastle, you don't know how they're going to respond.
Newcastle will finish in Europe. It's not, for
Okay.
them, it's about maintaining that Champions League spot.
So you go Chelsea, same as Liverpool, you go Chelsea. Does Todd go, or Ryan, you as a fan, do you think that Potter is a guy that's going to be able to put together a 10-game run to push you challenging at least Europe, not in Champions League?
No, but I also know that they've invested in him long term. So there's nothing we can do
But
about
that
it.
was before he invested in these players.
In these players, yeah.
No, and I agree with
And
you.
it
but
feels like they scattergun because Enzo Fernandez wasn't spoken about at the beginning of the season. He has a good World Cup he's spoken about. Rafa Leao was the guy. Suddenly, Mudryk comes in. It just seems like there's not... The long term to Todd Boehly doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist.
It's what's happening right now. Can we pivot?
yes, but the thing is, then
Like tech.
But then-
what move fast and break everything.
Potter was the wrong guy. And I don't know how many times I have to say it. Like I've said this from the beginning.
You guys didn't.
We
do you know
need
what the problem is?
instant. Look at Everton. They have a new manager for one game. They turn it around.
But it's Sean Dyche,
It doesn't matter. But I'm saying that's the kind of
problem-
thing that turns a team around.
do you know what the problem is? Chelsea, I feel like they didn't think about this appointment of Potter. Who's hot, who's young, who's English right now? And they plucked the first oak out of there.
And what's so funny about
Which is
Potter,
dangerous.
What's so funny about Potter is that Chelsea are struggling to score goals.
That's the thing.
Yo.
And so did Potter's Brighton. They had
Yeah.
the highest XG. They had no Gs.
Yeah.
And Potter's... I don't think this guy knows how to train his team to score goals.
Because I mean, he's like got this weird thing for putting Conor Gallagher and Mason Mount together. And for the I don't want to say for the first time, I noticed it when we were playing Fulham. Like these dudes are. They're not fitting in right now,
What?
or they're struggling to.
Well,
but he
'cause
keeps throwing them in there.
Because Mason Mount's shit.
And he wants to leave.
Listen, my feelings about Mason Mount.
I love Mason Mount.
I
but,
think Conor Gallagher
he's a bit of a baller.
Conor Gallagher's not for what Chelsea are going to be. Okay,
Yeah.
I don't think he
He
can go
needs
to
to
that
leave,
level,
yeah.
right? He's going to be Crystal Palace, Newcastle,
Tottenham at best.
Tottenham,
At best.
I think Newcastle would do him well, to be honest.
and he would do
Because I
phenomenal.
mean,
Yeah.
Gordon just went there now.
Yeah.
Conor Gallagher, for me, has got more credit for me than Mason Mount because Conor Gallagher has done it in a difficult environment in the Premier League and thrived.
Oh, yes.
Mason Mount,
Has had everything lush.
I don't know. I just...
No, I do get
I
you.
don't buy into Mason Mount. I
But
think
my thing is now, right, okay, cool. Right, run.
Yes.
Everybody's fit at Chelsea. Mm-hmm. Who's your starting 11?
yeah, run through him. Of all your... Do you know your whole squad?
Okay. Do you remember that graphic that I gave you?
Senzo, your phone's too small.
No, the
Let's show
graphic
it
that
to you
I
on the
gave you.
57-inch.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
that's
one
the only way
about
to fit the squad.
so go on the group and the one where Chelsea have 3 players in every position.
So while Ryan does that,
Everybody fit. Who's your starting 11?
you know what's the thing? Because we've been making the joke. So firstly, Todd Boehly, he's not been involved in the NFL team. He's got baseball teams, right?
Baseball teams, yeah.
So firstly, we said it the other day. He doesn't have to deal with the draft,
Yeah, exactly.
right? It's like I just go, what? Anyone I want. Anyone.
I just must name my price.
Anyone I want. So that's the first thing.
It's brilliant for him.
How big are baseball squads, rosters? They're quite big.
No, baseball. Yeah, I mean, you're playing like 100 games
You think?
in a season.
Do you think Boehly knows? Because he's trying to like put together these, a batting team, a pitching
I don't
team,
know.
special teams.
It's an NFL team, bro. Special ops. There are 53 people in an NFL team.
That's kind of what he's doing. It is fascinating what's happening at Chelsea because Ryan's looking. Then I saw one of the names, Romelu Lukaku, right?
Baseball squad's 26 players, 26 to 28 players.
Okay, so it's Premier League. So I mean, even take Romelu Lukaku, right? So
he's still on Chelsea's books. Jeez.
And the deal was the Inter Milan's got no obligation to buy him.
Yeah.
It was a loan, no obligation.
And they're not.
He stank. They're not going to give him unless they go, look, guy, if you want him off your books, because Chelsea don't want him back. He did that interview, right? You kind of got to
Slash
give
your
us,
price.
or he's got to go back to Chelsea and sulk around the place.
Yeah.
That's another
So they
problem.
either have to. So they're going to make a loss on him.
Give him away. You have to give him away.
Do we
Well,
still
do you
have?
Amortize him.
Do we still have
Amortize him.
Batshuayi?
Yeah.
We still have Batshuayi, right?
Yes.
Batshuayi will never leave. Batshuayi, I think, is tied to the lease of Stamford Bridge.
Yeah. So going back to Ryan, fully fit,
Name your squad.
All right.
starting 11, fully fit.
I'm going Kepa in starter because he's been having a hell of a
Over Mendy, over a fully fit Mendy.
yes.
Goalkeeper of the season.
Over a fully fit Mendy. Kepa over
European.
Dude, have you not seen
Champions
Kepa
League?
lately? Kepa is been,
over a fully fit Mendy.
just trust me.
Okay, fine.
Okay,
It's
fair
his
enough.
team. It's his
It's
team.
your
Trust
team.
me.
Fair.
Yeah.
On the left, I'm going Chilwell.
Okay.
I'm going I don't know how to say this name, Paulo. Badiashil?
Yeah.
Buddy Shill. I think it's Buddy
Is it Badiashil?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, Buddy Shill.
Then I'm going for Fana because,
Have you seen Fofana play?
dude, I think he's got great potential.
Already
he's got great
got
potential.
2 injury-prone players, Chilwell and Fofana, so they don't stay fit. But anyway, we move on.
Then obviously Reece James, the face of Chelsea right now.
Injury-prone, right?
He's-
Okay.
Yeah.
Love it. Then we got on the right, we got Kovacic, like right mid.
Yeah, at the right centre mid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right centre mid. Kante, obviously. I'd
Okay.
say Kante. I know Zakira's over there, but I think Kante I'd still.
So no Enzo Fernandez. Okay, cool.
Enzo Fernandez is on the left.
And Zacharia's on loan, so he's probably going to consider
Yeah.
it.
Enzo Fernandez is left centre
Okay.
mid. And then I'm going Mudryk on the left wing.
Okay.
I'm going based off what you sent on this group thing here.
Okay, so no Mount. Okay.
No.
Is Boy
Mount's
Mount's
benching for that. No, Mudryk is crazy, bro. And then,
Yo, fickle, hey?
I'm going Felix up front,
Okay.
and then
Cheers, Havertz. Yeah.
Won you the Champions League.
Yeah, cheers, Kai
That's the
Havertz,
thanks you get for just a pretty little boy there.
and
for
then
6
I'm gonna
months.
go on the right wing. I'm gonna go Maduk. He's that signing from PSV, I think.
Fickle. So
Who on the right?
Maduka
Maduke, yeah.
Oh,
over
yeah.
Sterling.
Wow. Hey, listen.
Interesting.
So Ryan,
Where would you change?
here's the question, right?
Actually, basically, your team's very different from mine.
Here's-
But it's not mine. It's not about me.
Here's the question,
that's
Ryan.
what I think.
You hate Potter, okay?
Yes.
Once you're out of the Champions League, which is inevitable, so it may not be Dortmund, you might sneak
yeah.
through, but, but you're out, right?
Quarter semi.
You think we ruled out?
No, but like
He's not going to make semis.
No.
You're so disjointed.
You're disjointed, bro.
Chelsea are so disjointed.
Do you know teams that like, unless you're cooking in the Champions League, like properly, and you find some sort of, you put a run together somehow, you're not winning anything. So my thing was, if I'm Potter, and Paulo, you kind of alluded to it, I'd hedge my bets. I'd be like, okay, cool. Because you're counting on those teams above you to fall off. Because when getting to a semi-final of the Champions League and finishing 7th does nothing for you. So what do you do?
So, listen, Potter stays as long as he can.
Yeah, of course. Like Potter's
Right.
staying. They're not firing Potter. Potter's not going
No,
this season.
Potter's not
And he's
quitting.
making that London money.
No, but that's what I'm saying, right?
know?
Once you're out of the Champions League, do you pull the trigger on Potter and go, okay, well, let's get somebody in? So let's talk about Senzo's shaking his head saying no. So you think Potter stays till the end of the season for what? To be fired 4 or 5 games into the beginning of next season after he's let
Fair
go,
enough.
bought in whoever he wants?
Fair enough. I say you have to be,
It's inevitable.
To be honest, I think
Potter goes
he's
as
the
soon as
sacrificial
possible.
lamb. You think he's the sacrificial lamb?
Potter's a pawn in a bigger game. Because the thing is, if it was Tuchel would have said, we don't need this guy, we need this guy.
But he did that, he got
He
fired.
did that and he got sacked.
He got fired. He said,
got
we
sacked.
don't need Ronaldo. He
No.
said, you get
He didn't want all these players. He didn't want them. And he's like,
but that's what I'm saying. Potter is a pawn in a bigger game because he has no say. That's why
neither
they fired
did Tuchel.
No, but that's why they fired him, right?
So who has the say then?
no,
Bowley.
so I'm saying Bowley has the
fires
say.
Potter, appoints himself head coach.
But that's why I'm saying that's why they brought Potter in because he has no say. That's why Bowley brought him in. Because if it was Tuchel or anyone else, who would have been like,
puppet.
no, we don't need that. He is a puppet, essentially.
But
But now-
he 100% is.
Yeah, of course he is. Of course he is.
100%
We get that. But like who,
I think
who
just
does
the-
have a say?
I just think the Ziyech thing is just 100%. It's like he's a puppet. He's got no say. It is a mess.
Like,
It is
I'm
a
sure
mess.
Ziyech texted Potter and he was like, sorry, nothing I can do. Because there's nothing. He's literally just there. He's paid to be the face of, after the game, have an interview. No, we're doing all right. Figure it out. Nothing special.
It is a mess. Listen,
Nah,
this-
but me as the next manager of Chelsea, I don't want the guy interfering, telling me which guys I must buy. Like, if you're a top tier manager, are you looking at that and say, I want to go to Chelsea? Well, where these players are just shoved down my throat.
But this
and
is
like,
pretty
I
much
don't
what
have a
happened
say.
to Tuchel when he first came in.
But that's what I'm saying.
So that's your problem because I think
That's
it's-
what I'm saying.
I
Because
think
no
it's-
top tier manager is going to be told like they must put these players in. I tell you to keep your job.
It's inevitable that Potter goes, right? I think he's going
Yeah.
eventually. And Potter will, and I think to discredit him, that kind of say, okay, he'll land at a mid-tier Premier League club because he's, he coached in He coached in Scandinavia.
Yeah.
So I don't think he'd be afraid to go to Germany or Spain or somewhere and try out there, right? I don't think he'll be afraid to do that. So I think Potter's going to have a good career. It's just a blip. So whether Chelsea get rid of him now or they let him have the summer and get the team up to
He's
where
not
they
going to be
want,
there long.
He's not going to be there long. This is not a long-term thing because the signings and the amount of money spent, let's put it that way, is not long-term money, right? So, man, listen, I'm jealous of the signings Chelsea have made. I think if you look at the quality and the potential
you can't doubt
of some of those guys.
You can't doubt the quality,
I don't think any of their signings solves any of their problems.
Me neither.
Which is scoring goals.
Yeah. They didn't they didn't buy the right guy.
To score goals.
And put the right pieces around him because now it's very...
So I don't... all that money, I don't think you solved your problems.
They bought like 4 of the same person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've already got
4 of the same person. They've got 7 of the same person.
Yeah.
Essentially in Chelsea, there are 4 positions that Oaks are competing for, and you got 8 world-class guys.
I think it's fascinating what's happened. I don't understand why the amount of investment. I don't understand this 8-year contract
Thing. But as Enzo, would you have tied yourself to 8.5 years?
He must be making a massive salary.
Well, your money is your money. I mean, it doesn't affect
money.
the player. I mean, and all of them are signed on relatively low wages. Relatively.
That's smart.
So Mudrik's on 80,000. Which is
which is nothing for his price tag.
So here's where Chelsea have done well, but also screwed themselves on that long term because all the guys have been signed for relatively low. João Felix, they'll never get him on low money. João Felix is like 250,000 euros a week. Like it's mad, right? So, but what they've done with Fernandes, all these guys is long term contracts, but relatively low wages.
Yeah.
So it kind of goes, okay, cool, Mudryk, a year's time, maybe your player of the year or whatever, will bump up your salary. Right, so he goes, okay, cool, I'm earning a lot now.
They add-ons and bonuses that have been...
The problem is, if this house of cards starts falling over or players don't work, who buys them?
Hey, listen, Benfica don't care, they're getting paid. Because there's a 25%... Rui Costa, the finesse of all finesses, he's done it. He has done it. He's like, listen, boys, I saved your asses. You guys don't have to do anything for the rest of the year.
I've said it about Benfica all the time. It's just when Benfica see a Premier League club coming, like, who pays the buyout clause? No one pays the buyout clause. It's a suggestion. It's a starting point. You know, so Benfica, Rui Costa is finessing Premier League chairman left, right, and center. Listen, this Chelsea thing is fascinating. I think it's so. I want to see what the long term, because I think
what is the plan?
I think they're going for a quick flip. I think that because there is big money behind there.
Yeah.
I think there is a Saudi. I think there is a
Qatari.
It's
a quick flip.
And also, there is somebody with big money.
I said this to somebody. I said, also the rate of investment. Nobody spends that amount of money in 2.5 windows. In 2 windows. In 2 windows.
No, but that last window was a joke.
I mean, but the stat is like this. The stat goes like this. I think in these 2 windows, they've spent cumulatively what Abramovich spent in 38, something stupid like that.
Chelsea in 2 windows spent more than La Liga and the Bundesliga.
Well, this window alone.
This
window alone, Chelsea spent more than the other top 5 leagues put together. Chelsea alone, not the Premier League.
Chelsea.
Can I just say, I'm excited. Like, I'm just excited to see how it's gonna. I'm not saying we're gonna get instant success, but I just want to see, because now we don't have an excuse. We have graceful football players now.
Watch that whole Qatari guys that want to come into the Premier League, the PSG guys. They're going to look at they're looking at Chelsea now. And they're like,
I'm telling you, man, because Chelsea are after this multi-club ownership.
Yeah,
they've spoken about. I'm telling you, there is something.
I also think it's bigger. It's bigger,
but
there is a Super League on the horizon. Something is going on.
Yeah, something's going on. But like also, the thing is, and it's something that Mark Goldbridge pointed out that was, to me, that was quite interesting was, you know, now we've got some really interesting players and all that stuff going on. So our price tag goes up in terms of if Todd Boehly was ever to get rid of the club.
Depends if you guys play well or not.
I'm saying
this all hinges on performances.
You guys should have taken advantage of this transfer window.
Huh? So Senzo, does it make a fucking difference to their price? Because you're already talking about they want 5 billion.
I get you.
Plus
and you've just pumped in this amount of money into
on players with these really long-term contracts. What does that look like? Suddenly I've got
Unless I've got assets on my books. Yeah, it's a way of inflating your assets without inflating
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I'm saying he's invested
never mind
in
the
this.
TV deals, right? So, which are just so I'm telling you,
And not to mention, you guys also forget the social media side of it, eh? Like these players have massive social medias as well, which is
well, go listen. All of them you just see moving to Chelsea suddenly bumps that up. What it has done, here's the immediate effect.
inflated.
It's gonna do.
Our price.
Right. It's inflated. It's skewed the market drastically, right?
Drastically.
So we kind of saw this inflation in the market when PSG blew their load on first Mbappe, first
Neymar,
and then Mbappe,
Mbappe,
right?
yes.
And suddenly players were going at the same time. João Felix was just never worth that sort of money.
Bro, Coutinho.
Coutinho never worth.
Griezmann.
But suddenly, right, that's the cap.
Then you start seeing that, yeah.
Then you have COVID and it kindly sobers everyone again. But what Chelsea have done, because let's move on to Liverpool, right? So Liverpool, firstly, let's talk about signing. So Liverpool
Spend 70 million pounds on a keeper, spend 70 million pounds on a centre back, yeah?
Liverpool's rebuild. They need a massive rebuild, right? There's no doubt that they need a rebuild.
Yeah.
And they're kind of sitting there going, every Liverpool fan, Jude Bellingham.
They don't have that kind of money.
Because what do Dortmund go? Dortmund go, hold on a second here, right?
Enzo Fernandez.
Enzo Fernandez
can go for 106 million pounds.
And he's had half a season and 5 good games in the World Cup.
Yeah.
And he's going for that. We've got a proven guy
That does it
all
time
the
and time again. 150 million.
Right? So Liverpool are out the equation.
That's what I said to a Liverpool fan, and he chewed me up. He said, because I'm jealous and I hate Liverpool. I said, lose your head.
But it's for everybody now.
Yeah.
Because suddenly that price will go. So
How old is Jude? 20 what?
early
20.
20? He's 20.
20.
He's 20.
Dortmund are like, you better come here with 150 million pounds. Tottenham, same thing with Harry Kane.
So and that's what this Chelsea move has done. So Liverpool have got a hell of a rebuild coming. Oh man. Like, listen, as United fans, I'm loving it because Liverpool fans have been very loud.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
And you know they're desperate now for 2 things. Because firstly, they're starting to talk about 5 times again. They didn't talk about 5 times for a long time.
6.
Oh, six times now.
Yeah, 6 times.
Okay. They didn't talk about 6 for a long time because they didn't have to.
Yeah.
Now they're like, 6 times. Oh, I know you guys are screwed. I know you guys are done. It's shambolic, man. It's shambolic happening.
Because, that's what I'm saying. Because, that Artur Melo thing, it came and it bit you so badly. Artur Melo on loan. You're literally paying a guy to basically sit on the operating table. The Thiago thing, guys, dud. Let's call it what it is. The Thiago thing failed dismally.
You know what Thiago reminds me of is when Ferguson bought Varane.
Yes.
Because you had at the same a midfield that is perfectly balanced for the way you want to play.
Yeah.
And now you put in a guy who doesn't work for that because you want to go the next level. And I can understand that, why he bought Thiago in. And listen, Thiago's, he's
a phenomenal.
Oh, my
he's
word.
a phenomenal footballer.
But he's not a footballer for where Liverpool are now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that guy's not bailing out. He is not a fighter now.
Yeah.
And kind of that 5-year run that Liverpool had where every decision was a good
Perfect.
decision.
It was
every
perfect.
signing was a good signing. Suddenly you're going, it's not because the whole structure above Klopp is leaving. The executives are leaving.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw if his assistant, Pep Linders, put out a book this week.
And also, what happens?
That wasn't authorized by Klopp.
What comes with new ownership? Unless you're Man United, what comes with new ownership?
A new owner, a new coach.
Yeah.
A new coach. So FSG have not
Literally down tools.
They've never put money into Liverpool.
Yeah.
Liverpool supporters have spoken net. I said net because your owner's not putting
Put
money
in.
They're not putting money. You got to
It's
sell.
easy to check your net spend if you aren't putting money into anything.
We said it, and you can go back. It's in our feed, our Liverpool preview of the season, right? We said Klopp needs to get rid of a big name because you ran that squad
Ragged.
close to immortality,
Yeah, and you
Okay.
ran them ragged.
right? But they were so close to having it all,
Yeah.
right? And for whatever reason,
But it broke them.
right?
It hit them psychologically.
Whether players, the fitness wasn't there, the mentality wasn't, for whatever reason you did not win all 4. For whatever reason you didn't win all 4.
They got
right?
rid of their anchor.
But I think they should have. The Mane thing was an easy out because his contract ran down.
Genie Van Halden.
But even that's like 6 years.
Yeah.
Because you got your success without him,
Yeah.
post him, right? I think that's the point where Klopp should have gone.
What, the money thing?
Salah, but no, at the end of last season, coming into this season.
yeah, Salah out.
You're at the peak. I can get
Go to Real
100
Madrid.
million for
Go
you.
to Real Madrid.
Right? If they're going to pay it, I'm going to let you go. And I can, because now 100 million gets you nothing. What does 100 million get you?
Jack Grealish.
It's true.
It doesn't even 100 million. 100 million barely gets you a Ukrainian kid with like 10 games under his belt. How much money is Liverpool going to need to rebuild an entire squad?
Because now Salah's value is tanking because of the way he's playing now.
Who's going to pay? Even
He's paying 100 mil for Salah
even if
now.
he wants to leave, they're going to go. But the guy's a busted flash, like we saw last season. He doesn't get better.
He doesn't get better. He's hit the pinnacle.
And also, he needed Mane. There's no success without him.
And you look at Mane. I mean, he's been injured the whole season at Bayern.
Bayern,
Yeah.
Man, and then so the whole core of Liverpool, we've seen Alisson making mistakes. Once keepers,
Virgil
Van Dijk's cooked. Trent is done. Trent
revolving door.
doesn't care.
A revolving door. Fraud.
Trent has
Fraud.
I said that guy must go play in midfield. I said he's a liability in defense. And people looked at me like I was crazy.
No, you did?
I said he's a liability.
Trent just
He's
is not
checked
listening.
out. He's checked out.
He's not paying
Andrew
attention.
Robinson now is angry because he has to do Trent's job as well as his.
Oh, and he's got no Mane.
Trent-
He's got no man to play
Trent's
with him.
ego is also inflated, like a lot.
Yeah, because do not heard about Trent. This guy takes crosses and takes better free kicks than David Beckham. I said jokes are nuts.
Yeah,
Yolks
you're
are
on
cooked.
something.
Yolks are cooked. Look
He's-
now.
Right. Okay, so you got that problem.
Is Harvey Elliott ready?
Man, Harvey Elliott is scam. Fabio Carvalho,
They're
a.k.a.
not
Bruno
ready.
Mars, scam. They will never be ready,
They're
man.
not ready.
You just look physique-wise, physically.
They look tired
And you can put those two children in central midfield of the Premier League.
in Liverpool.
Man,
Wow.
that's a lot of problems. And
But
then Darwin Núñez, that's a glorified Andy Carroll.
Actually, is Andy Carroll with more swag? You're actually right. Because you cooked Virgil in 2 games, now he's the savior of everything.
I see him like a more aggressive Anthony.
They leave Anthony out of this.
Nah, it's not about
not
But like for me, the thing is, I'd rather have people are laughing about everything. I'm like, bro, I'd rather have Chelsea's problems than Liverpool's problems.
Oh boy, what Chelsea got fantastic problems.
Yeah, no,
I'd rather have the mess that's going on at Chelsea because it's solvable. It's just that it needs somebody who's tactically smart to figure it out properly.
Let's Liverpool supporters, they're not in the room, but they will say, "Oh, I'll wait till our players come back from injury."
Oh God,
It's like,
we've
okay,
been
wait.
hearing that for years.
Virgil's done, man.
Virgil's finished.
He's done. He came to the Premier League with miles on the clock. Well, I came to Liverpool with miles on the clock. That guy was playing in Holland for a while.
Then he went to
Celtic
Southampton.
for a long time.
Then he went to
and in
Southampton.
Southampton for a long time.
And with a
And
massive
he's on the
prize.
better side of 30 now.
With
and-
2 big injuries.
Yeah, once you
Two major injuries.
People know your Achilles and your ACL. Once you cook those, you don't come back the same.
And also a massive price tag.
Yeah,
An unnecessary
Big contract,
price tag,
right?
yeah.
So you got
not unnecessary because at the stage he was the best player in the
No,
world.
he was.
Listen, and you had Liverpool get a time where if you had to say the 5 best players in certain positions, they were Liverpool players.
Yeah.
They were, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But the whole squad. And listen, and you don't always want to go back to Ferguson, but this is where Ferguson's skill was, right? In that he
After 3
identified.
seasons.
He identified when players weren't listening to him. And to a degree, Pep Guardiola, Pep's not stayed at a club long enough. He's moved,
Yeah.
which is ingenious in itself to keep
Yeah.
going, getting that success. But Ferguson knew he could, when you're not listening to me, when somebody needs to be shaken up, when somebody needs to be sacrificed, because it makes everyone else go, oh, shit. Like,
Here it is.
we won everything or we came close. If they can do that to him, they're going to do it to
They're
me.
going to shelve me. They're going to
Right.
bin me. Yeah.
So he was so good at that. And I think this whole Liverpool team is just because, sure, they didn't win everything last year, but why? What was the reason? It can't just be bad luck.
yeah.
There had to have been something. And again, with the players coming back, Firmino's just not Firmino anymore.
Yeah, no, he's not.
He's gone
Sadly.
down. Diogo Jota, yeah, sure, he'll come back, but he's injury prone. He'll go down again. Luis Diaz as well. I think he got
Do
figured
you
out.
know what it is as well?
He got figured
Got
out.
figured out, and as well, it's guys who aren't used to playing in England, so they like these warm temperatures and like.
Guys.
And then you have to come play now. January night in the Midlands.
I will say this to people all the time about signings from Portugal. Liga Nos, I will say it all the time. When you're playing for Benfica and Porto, it is easy to look good because you get a lot of chances. Yes, you still look good in the Champions League. Okay, and I totally get that. But if you're taking games, and Enzo Fernandez is going to be the next one,
Yeah.
it's easy to look good in the central midfield in Portugal because you are playing has-beens and never going to be.
It never was, yeah.
You know what? I mean, honestly, you play 2 big games this season, Porto and Benfica against each other. I don't even think Sporting gives you a game anymore. And that's my team. And it is Darwin Núñez. What he's doing now at Liverpool, he was doing that in Portugal.
But they're making him look good.
He had 10 chances in the game.
They were making him look good.
You know, Enzo Fernandez sat there like dominating games because nobody's on his level. You know, so I will say it time and time again of bringing in players from Portugal. You know, it's you look better. And Luis Diaz is another one.
Yes.
He's another one.
Yes.
You know? So, Liverpool fans...
I only see the guy that South Africa paid for. The guy that's going to play for Tottenham, the guy that came from Sporting.
Oh, Pedro Porro.
You know our country paid for that signing.
Well, not yet. Like, listen, jeez, let's not get into that. May all have to resign.
Yeah.
Okay, so Liverpool... good. Fucking take what you deserve.
No, because now we want to see we want to see how real Klopp is, because Pep does it without a hitch.
You know what?
He does it without a hitch. Klopp now he lingered on it for too long, and now it's come back to cook him.
and it's the 7th year.
And you know what with Klopp, right? When he was at Dortmund, and it was the time Ferguson was leaving, I wanted Klopp.
I also wanted him.
Because what he did, you could see. What he did at Liverpool...
It was clear. Clear as day.
Clear as day. Perfect personality, right? For his legacy, I think he leaves Liverpool end of the season.
He has to.
Because I think Real Madrid's going to be available end of the season.
Oh, yeah. You can see Ancelotti's trying to...
I think it's going to be available.
And he's trying to set it up for the next guy. With the signings
with the youngsters.
With the signings Madrid are making, he's setting up for the next guy. He's setting it up for the next guy.
Can you imagine... Klopp with the midfield of Valverde,
Tchouaméni and Camavinga, Modric.
With Vinicius. Oh, come on, man.
I'd cry, bro. I'd cry.
Also, I just want to point out, do you remember when we first started the show? I don't know if it was this one or on our previous show that we were on.
Yeah.
We always used to talk about how frosty Klopp used to look, like how he always came in looking so good.
Divorced dad, yeah.
You haven't seen that now.
He's tired.
He's faded into the background.
Now he's fighting with journalists now.
He's not out there looking, but he's representing and doing his thing.
The confidence is gone.
Also, he's fighting with journalists now. Like he's not. You don't see a spring in his step.
Did he really say that thing of like he doesn't count the 3rd goal against Wolves because that's the first time they left their half? Man, if he really said that.
Nah.
I was just like, back in the day, we used to praise this guy and be like, wow, look at the way he walks. He's got the shoes. He's looking good. He's got the haircut.
But also, you used to see like the way Klopp used to interact with these players. Like, it looked like it was fun playing for Klopp. I don't think he's enjoying it anymore.
No, because those big personalities, and I've worked with people like that, when things are going well, they're phenomenal. That same force of personality, that same way they light up a room, when they push back, and that's a South African word. When they push back, that same force of personality shuts everyone down.
They are horrible to be around.
It shuts everyone
You're like,
down.
why are you being an asshole?
Yeah. Listen, for Klopp's legacy, I think, you know what, the Liverpool thing, it's been great. I think you need to step out now because Liverpool are not rebuilding to what you need.
Do they need new owners?
Well, they're trying.
They're trying to.
Oh, the other thing Liverpool supporters, besides the 6 times, they're talking about highest revenue. Oh, well done. That's what we used to do. They're already talking about things off the... Oh, but we got the most money, most revenue. Knock your fucking cells out, guys.
Have fun. We've been here before.
You know your highest revenue? 10th. That's the only table that matters.
That's the only table that... We don't care about what happens in the boardroom. It's not our money being spent.
But you see, this is the thing that Mark Goldbridge pointed out, as I mentioned earlier, and it's the same thing with United, is with the current owners, they're not investing into the club to like have these players to sell to people, because now anyone who buys United or Liverpool is got a stinking squad.
What do you mean stinking?
They have to invest so much more than just buying the club.
Okay, Ryan. So fair enough. Let's go. Okay, say you're an investor, right? Say you're an investor.
I think you're very misguided.
No. Just say this, right? So listen. I can't imagine there's that many people that can buy a Premier League club, especially
Man United.
Man United and Liverpool.
No one's got not everybody has that kind of money lying
buying
around.
Newcastle, buying Chelsea,
different.
and buying City.
It's way different to buying Man United. No, seriously.
No, but even Liverpool.
In all realness,
No,
because...
but Liverpool as well.
Yeah.
Man United and Liverpool, those are the Premier League teams. Sorry, Ryan. Those are the English teams. I'm sorry to say, those are the
They're the same guys that, like other clubs from other countries, they're in awe, like, they're like, fuck.
So now you're given the opportunity, because there's not too many people can buy that, right?
Yeah.
So they're both getting the same prospectus on their desk.
Yeah.
You're going to buy Liverpool, you're going to buy Chelsea. Right now. Make the decision right now.
But Liverpool,
you look
Man
at the
United.
two Liverpool and Man United need to buy, right? More or less the same price.
Yeah.
Right? More or less.
We'll call it 6-7.
Okay. And now you're going, okay, if I buy United, I probably need to invest in the stadium. Right?
Most definitely, which is going to cost you about £1 billion.
Right? If I invest in Liverpool, stadium's good, but I probably need to put
buy players
at current rate, Chelsea driving up inflation, $1 billion into the squad, right? I don't think any potential owner has to invest as heavily in United playing side.
They don't have to,
because they've got a manager, but on the up. Liverpool, you're going to have to address the manager.
He's trying to get in, and the manager's trying to weed out the rubbish.
And I've seen your guys' academy coming through. I noticed a young player that they put on yesterday, Garnacho.
He's only just heard of Garnacho.
You only just heard of Garnacho now.
Yeah. I don't watch Man United, bro.
He missed him. He missed him. He's not worth 90 million. He's not worth.
We made him. We didn't buy him.
But
that's what I'm saying. Your academy's coming out.
But it's always been there.
I would rather,
that guy came from the academy.
I think the United squad at this point.
I'd rather take that
additions rather than an overhaul.
It needs backup
because we've been there. We've been in the overhaul
of course.
Stage, right?
It needs backup. It doesn't need don't mess with the core.
Yeah,
because Liverpool, they need a new core. And
I think it makes them a very unattractive
because the thing is, infrastructure. If I invest $1 billion on the stadium, cool. I know where my investment. I know what I'm getting. You can invest $1 billion on a player, and he can be an absolute piece of shit.
Yeah,
because humans are volatile. You can't predict human behavior.
Listen, I think Liverpool are screwed because of Chelsea. Because of Chelsea driving
what
up
Chelsea
inflation.
just did now.
Because they need that. And what Newcastle are going to do?
Yeah, they're still being sensible.
Because Newcastle are very sensible. They're going to enter that game soon. So let's quickly talk about the team who for now are top of the table and they're starting to wobble.
What did I say? What's it like being chased by Pep?
Man, probably
saying that to Arsenal
the
fans.
most obvious result that you could have predicted. Ryan, I know you're a gambling man.
Everton, Arsenal.
That Everton are going to play Arsenal with Sean Dyche in the door, and you will not win that game.
You won't.
You will not win a game with Sean Dyche Everton.
First Dyche Everton.
At 12 o'clock, kickoff.
Oaks is still fresh, hasn't it?
Because all Sean Dyche did, no complication, no clever shit. Where are my big boys? Get in the box. Where are my strong runners? Fucking run.
Oh, do you see every corner what they did?
Oh, man.
Deep.
Everything.
Let's play it deep.
And we heard the bleep tests and all the stuff said, just fucking every time, Sean Dyche will run.
Yeah.
Fucking put the ball in the box.
Yeah.
And when Odegaard gets the ball, kick him. When Martinelli gets the ball,
be Everton.
Suck it. Be Everton. Stop going above.
Leave this expensive stuff. Because
you tried that.
You tried that under
19th.
19th. Join 20th. Throw that one out the window. Now we're begging for investment. Sean Dyche, pack the bodies in the box, bully them. If there's one thing, everybody's known. If there's one thing that you do to Arsenal, set piece, you go at them. It's a known thing from a while ago. How do you kill Arsenal? Kill them with the set piece.
So
bombard the box.
Arsenal season changes now because they've been able to play their ball. Now they've got to go through a period where they've got to win ugly.
Yes.
Now they've got to go, okay.
Yes.
That beautiful stuff, that pretty stuff.
Right out the window.
That's done now. How much of a difference does Jorginho make to that? People don't like him. Chelsea fans can't stand him. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Jorginho's a baller, bro.
The guy's a manager on the field, Ryan. You never liked him.
He's good. He's organized, bro. Let's keep the ball. The other team can't win if they don't have the ball.
I'm not denying he was a great player, but with who we have on now,
You're still excited.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
But even at the time, he won the Champions League for you.
Won the Euro for
He won the Euro.
No, for penalties, the dude's insane. He was our
No, bro, that's an
whole
anchor.
game.
No, I know, but I'm saying he was our first.
Also, 12 million pounds. Oh, bring him.
Listen,
Bring him.
the amount of players who flopped leaving Chelsea to Arsenal is quite a long list. But let's assume he doesn't. I think that's such a savvy signing because you've
brilliant.
got a guy who's experienced, understands the Premier League, and he's going to
He's
calm down.
intelligent
He's going to
football.
calm down the youngsters. He's going to
Yeah,
keep
he's got a
Shaka calm.
head. Yeah, experienced head on.
And they sent through the right paperwork.
No, but like the thing is, like you're right because now Arsenal, like now it's not fun now. 3 points is 3 points.
There's no fun now. No,
By the way,
guys, we're trying to win. 3 points is 3 points.
is Jesus back?
Nah, he's out for the rest of the season.
he's pretty much
Whole
out for the rest of the
season.
João.
He's out for
Yeah,
the.
I really want to see how Arteta, who's volatile,
Yeah.
and a bunch of really young players who've been fantastic, who've been really good till this point of the season, now they're getting chased. Pep Guardiola, so City playing Tottenham. Last time out was 2-2. Was it 2-2 game?
I don't know, but Pep is going to
They played each other twice
Pep's
in a
go-
week. One was a cup, one was a...
Because also Pep's also quietly doing his business. He took care of Arsenal in FA Cup. Look, wasn't that his best? City weren't at their best, but they did enough.
Because that's what City do. They know how to win ugly. And Pep did a thing that we've kind of been talking about Klopp needs to do. He got rid of a problem. He made an example of João Cancelo. Right, João Cancelo. I mean, I'm pissed off because that was Fantasy League staple, right? But I mean, Ryan, he's been, since he's come to England, not just one of the best fullbacks, one of the best players
Yeah. Most touches, most passes,
in the league, right? And because he's got a bit of a bad attitude, Pep's like, get the fuck out of here. You know what that does for the rest of the squad?
Hey, bro, nothing is guaranteed.
Every guy okay, I mean, it's
Well,
a shame
take
you're
the
gonna go to Bayern Munich, right? Okay, so it's not exactly like I'm sending you to the gulag, but it's like, okay.
It's real, yeah.
Pep's not taking shit.
Yeah, it's real.
Jack Grealish is sitting there like, let me just hold my mouth and I'll get playtime.
No, Jack Grealish knows. You got to City, 100 million pounds. They said, yeah, your spot is there, left bench.
Man, but
100 million pounds. Go sit on the bench, bro.
Pep is cold.
He's ruthless.
You had Foden scoring hat tricks against Manchester
He said,
United.
"Come
You had
bench."
Bernard Silva. No, we're changing Mahrez and Grealish. Too bad. Oh, João Cancelo. We got some kid. He's going in. I mean, Pep is cold, man. Pep doesn't give a shit. Pep cares about Pep.
Yeah, I'm
winning.
here for Pep. I'm here for, Pep's going to win.
That's it.
And none of you assholes
Yeah.
is going to mess it up for me.
I want to ask.
This is my legacy, not yours.
Exactly. I want to ask a quick question, right?
Yes.
At what point do we accept, Brian, you're a Chelsea fan,
Yes.
and you had Didier Drogba, which is widely accepted as the best African player to ever play in the Premier League.
Yeah.
At what point do we put that on Mahrez?
We have to, though. Because he won Player of the Year as well. And he's
At
won
what?
And he's won AFCON.
But
And
I've
you're
always
right.
said,
In the Premier League. I'm saying the best African player to ever play in the Premier League. Remember, he won it with Leicester.
He's
and
won it multiple times with
and
City.
he's made City better. He's not been a decoration.
Yeah.
He's made City better.
but he hasn't been a front runner though,
Champions League.
with the way Drogba.
He has to win a Champions League.
Yeah.
If Mahrez wins the Champions League, he's in the conversation.
The best African player to ever play in the Premier League.
If Mahrez wins the Champions League, he's in the conversation.
I've always
I
said
think
this.
he is.
I noticed
I think
from
it ends the conversation.
from when Leicester
You think so?
won.
Drogba has the Champions League, bro. Mr. Final, Mr. Cup Final.
That's what I'm saying. Did Ryan have his
Yeah.
point?
No, I'm just saying. I noticed from when he was in Leicester when they won it. The dude's a baller. I've always known.
Bro,
that.
he was player of the. He
was crazy.
He was PFA Player of the Year at Leicester.
Like you saw, he wasted no time. As soon as they
besides
won,
being a
City
baller-
picked him up.
No, but besides
Baller.
being a baller, have you seen him like his
No,
first touch? Like what he like
Oh, yeah.
how he kills the ball dead.
No, his
it's like,
skill
no.
levels through the damn.
I'd hate to play against Riyad Mahrez.
Because you never know what he's going to do.
Yeah. I'd hate to
But-
play against he
but-
must be he torments you, bro.
He does.
Is he consistent?
Raheem Sterling's a
though?
Chelsea.
Yes.
Yes.
How consistent?
Yes. It's just that he doesn't start all the
He
time.
doesn't start every game. I think
That
that's
actually, yeah. You know what? That's
But
a good
every
point.
time he-
that's a good point.
He destroyed you 2 games in a row.
No,
He's a Chelsea killer.
Senzo's got the perfect point. I think if Mahrez wins, if City win the Champions League, you have to say, and I don't even know if that's relevant because we're talking about Premier League, right?
Exactly, but yeah.
I don't know. I think Mahrez is.
It's not far fetched.
I think we've got
You can because he's done it at Leicester, he's done it at City.
Got to say. We got to say it.
Unless there was nothing except Gies. Those oaks were running on Gies only.
And everyone had a shit season. All the big boys just collapsed.
Yeah, I mean, everybody was tired.
That was Mourinho falling apart. And
Didn't Mourinho finish 10th?
Yeah. I don't think he finished 10th. I think Chelsea did. So City, this is the point because we said, there's the thing about City. They go on a 10-game winning streak, 10, 12 games, no sweat. We got 18 games left of the season. City can go 10, 12 winning games, and I think this is the point where they just click it over and forget Champions League. I think Champions League helps them even more because it clarifies what Pep needs to do. Players are playing all the time. Everyone's energy's up. I think this is the point where they go, game over. Arsenal, you fucked up. Like, losing, you could have taken a draw at Everton. Losing to Everton.
That's what they were saying. Did you not hear the commentators? They said the ramifications of Arsenal finishing with nothing in this game and taking away a point will be massive at the end of the season. And I'm just like, look, Arsenal have to play City twice in the league still. Twice.
That's a 5-point lead. That's done. You're gone. You blew it.
Twice. Because if City put the screws on Everton, I mean, on Tottenham today.
Yeah.
You'll see Arteta.
They probably will because there's no Antonio Conte. He's off sick. He had operation
on his gallbladder, right? Yeah.
So they taking on City with no manager.
And also now Pep's out for blood now because he's angry again. Seriously. Now in press conferences you can see he's more ruthless and stuff.
He's given himself a reason to be angry.
Yeah.
He's given himself, got rid of Cancelo. I'm going to prove them wrong. No, he's...
Pep in press conferences is the only guy I watch. Because it's hilarious. Like, Potter doesn't know what he's talking about.
No, but
Jurgen just doesn't give a shit.
Ten Hag is the most boring man
looks
in the history
nervous.
of the world.
Ten Hag looks like he doesn't want to talk. It's like you're annoying him. Yeah, well, the team? Pep,
Senzo, let's quickly... Let's use that. Let's get into Manchester United.
I want to get into Homer Simpson over here.
Who's Homer? You said it earlier. Who are you talking about?
He's talking about Casemiro.
Because he choked out.
Oh, this guy.
He didn't really choke him. He just literally put his hands
if you see the meme, it's like he looks like Homer Simpson choking out Bart. Like, why are you little? And then he's like,
I was like, that's a
you
red
even
card.
have a Homer Simpson little thing here in your office.
No, I get it right now. I get it. I don't want to get into the what's aboutery, but we did also see you throw a punch at Fred in the whole same thing.
Honestly, yeah.
Look, Casemiro, I'll tell you what, like, you put your hands on another player, you give him,
especially around the neck.
You know what? You're giving the referee a choice to make, and he's going to send you off. Especially on VAR, it makes it look. It not makes it. You put your hands around somebody.
You put hands on anybody. Yeah.
Okay, done. You're screwed. You know what? I fucking love it. I love the fact that since Roy Keane, we've got a midfielder.
We've got a dog
that will go fuck this shit. Okay,
go show them who you are.
There's
you chat like you're a nice guy. I'll see you on the field.
There's going to be violence.
Yeah.
There's going to be violence.
Do you think Ten Hag, as he was walking into the tunnel, he was like, "Bad Casemiro, good boy."
No, exactly.
Yeah, good.
He would have said, like, you saw Garnacho sitting on the naughty boy step.
Yeah.
And if Garnacho's got a problem with him, don't talk to me. Go tell Casemiro.
Yeah.
Go talk to him. Why you got sent off for Garnacho? No, it's cool. I get it. I'm not going to go tell him. Because Casemiro is exactly this. Listen, I want to play ball, right? I've been playing that Real Madrid. I had to be the ugly guy. You can see I can play ball. I got the Samba skills. But if fucking bitches step up and going to kick my players off the field.
Slap a motherfucker.
If you're going to go kick a player off the field, I'm going to get involved.
It's going to be worth it.
And that's what I love about him.
And the thing that kills me, that's the first time that's happened in his career, like ever.
No.
Straight red.
Yeah. Love it.
But you need it.
But you know
the thing is, you need an enforcer.
And you know what?
You need an enforcer. When you have an enforcer, people are scared of you.
But the fight, every United player got involved.
Yeah,
Everyone was there.
I even saw Rashford jump in there. I was like, look at him.
Everyone was in there.
Goody two-shoes jumps in.
Okay. On a totally different point, they don't want Greenwood in, despite what happened. They don't want the squad doesn't want Greenwood to come because they say that he might derail their focus and it'll be too much scrutiny.
So look, United doing really well. Yesterday's results, I really liked. I like that Casemiro. We got a dog in there. I love it.
Also, it was ugly.
It was ugly, and we pulled through and we won.
The second goal was beautiful, though.
And that's just
carpet football.
It's really coming nicely for United. I'm not going to say we're back. I still think we're going to finish third.
Yeah.
It's good times, right? Let's get into Greenwood. All charges dropped against him. It doesn't say he's not guilty. There's evidence. There's shitloads of evidence. We're not there to say. What we as fans is to go, do we want Greenwood back? Before I get into Senzo, Ryan, if this is the same situation, that a Chelsea player had got caught in exactly the situation, and now all charges are dropped, exciting youngster. Do you take him back?
You see, it kind of depends on the mindset that the player's in when he comes in, because as I know, Greenwood now, from what I read in a couple articles, is he's upset that Manchester didn't stand by him during the whole thing. So he's like kind of pissed off. No, and I agree. It's bad PR. But now his head is not in the game. So if he was to return squad, he's not going to give his full 100. And then in that case, you know what? Get lost, because you're not helping anyone.
Yeah, it's just going to be him moping around, or you guys didn't have my back or whatever.
Yeah, and it's like, how can I trust you guys? And it goes, trust in a club goes both ways. A player's morale is so important.
But besides that, dude, these are guys that you have to be around 10 months of the year, like day in, day out. Bro, if I'm going to trust you like that, like we
But also this happens in football all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times has it happened to Cristiano? I'm sure.
But
and it's like
Cristiano, there wasn't he wasn't red-handed like.
Well, that you see, but
like
also
Mason.
we say
we saw it on social media.
We say he's red-handed. We say he's red-handed, but all the charges are dropped. So what's going on?
But we saw it on social media.
Agreed.
That's why Paulo said we're not here to play. We're not the law, but we know what it looks like.
Rich people get charges dropped, right?
You're rich, exactly.
I think the important thing is, and we say this as we look at our blindfolded. Nondescript Manchester United player.
But Mason Greenwood wore his number, and then
So yes,
isn't that Ryan Giggs?
Allegedly. we have a figurine here that resembles what could have been a Welsh winger from the 90s, early 2000s, played at Manchester United. Okay, so here's the thing. Ryan Giggs was my favorite player growing up. Even as an adult, I fucking loved Ryan Giggs. I loved Ryan Giggs.
I mean, I grew up on Ryan Giggs.
And he was the first player like that.
Yes.
There weren't players like him.
Especially who were British and stuff.
Oh, man.
He's Gareth Bale before Gareth Bale.
But exactly right. And then kind of the accusation, well, not the accusation, so then Ryan Giggs, a lot of personal stuff comes out, and it goes, I don't want to know that. I don't care how much I loved you as a kid. As a man, as a grown adult man, you can't do that.
You can't.
You don't do stuff like that.
Exactly.
And people then say, oh, well, Manchester United hid it. Manchester United knew Manchester. No, I don't believe that, because I know people, I've heard of people that are very good at hiding that. That you'll see them at work. They're the best guys. And then years later, no, he did this. I was like, wow, the guy hid it really well.
People show you what they want you to see.
Exactly. They're very good at that. For Manchester United is about going, what sort of club do we want to be? Mason Greenwood is generational.
Yeah, of course. Left foot, right foot.
He has a skill that you are blessed with.
And not many people have it.
Not many. He is generational.
Yes.
It's now a point, and I think Manchester United know who they are. What sort of club do we want to be? Do we want to be a club that allows somebody, even with this noise around him, back into our club? Okay, whether you're guilty, whatever, we're not the court of law, right?
We aren't the law.
But everybody saw what they saw. Yeah. Manchester United probably saw more than we saw.
Exactly. That's what they're saying, their internal processes.
And said, like, what sort of club do we want to be? Because do we need that noise?
Right now, at this current juncture.
Social media will go ballistic. Every ground we go to will be ballistic. The player will just be harassed. Every piece of good we do in the community will be undermined because we've let this guy back in.
And then in the changing room, they're going to be like, this guy just got here. He's messing up our good thing.
And
isn't this coming from the same club, and I'm not sure if this is City I'm talking about or if it's United, who pulled their players out of the club themselves? Was it Ferguson who pulled them?
Ferguson used to pull players out.
Ferguson, right?
All the time.
So what I'm saying is that moral standard was there way before. There's no way Ferguson lets this stand.
And that's the thing. It goes, what sort of club are we?
But also, the same thing happened with City, with Mendy. What did City do? They said, hey, bro, we're a footballing business. Whether you're guilty or not guilty, that's not for us to decide. But you go sort your own things out, and then we'll make our own. But I don't think Benjamin Mendy will ever play for City again.
No, it shouldn't be. And Mason Greenwood, already if they're saying, oh, they didn't stand by me, I'm sorry. I cannot stand by you. I cannot.
I heard he's going to China.
Well, and for even him to say things like that I'll go, dude,
go
to revive his career.
Go.
And you know what? Maybe go give the benefit of time and whatever. But I do not want to support a club that
associated with
that has a person like that. I don't care.
Were they guilty or not guilty? Like,
yeah,
the damage has been done.
The damage is done.
The damage has been done.
You know what? There'll be another Mason Greenwood.
Yes.
Do you know if you want to talk about already Garnacho's showing something special, Palestri's kind of showing something special. You know what? We've got Rashford.
Because for me, that speaks to the bigger issue at hand. What kind of a person you are.
Yeah.
What kind of a person you are. And if you can put stuff like that on social media, it shows that you've got your God complex, and it's a very fragile, it's a very sketchy thing. It shows me a lot about the person you are, and if that's how you choose to live your life, good for you. But I don't want to be involved.
And quite frankly, I think it's quite. I'm trying to think of the correct word. The audacity that Mason Greenwood has to call out United for not sticking with
entitlement.
It's That's like
it's entitlement,
dude. If it was anyone else as well, I assure you the club would space themselves just as far as they did with him.
You ask the question. You ask what if it was before things went sour? What if it was Ronaldo?
Good question.
Currently, if it was this,
no, you
like
can't
comeback Ronaldo. No, I'm saying if it was comeback Ronaldo, they would have dropped him.
So the rape allegations about Ronaldo happened while he was a United player.
Sure,
happened while he was a United player, and they definitely knew about it.
But the same thing happened with Ferguson. You remember when he was in South Africa?
Yeah.
Same thing happened with Ferguson.
Senzo, don't do that. That's a moral conundrum now. But it's a good point. It's a fantastic point.
Same thing happened with
fantastic
Ferguson.
Point.
But okay.
But with Mason Greenwood, I tend to, you see, with stories like this, Paulo, what I do, and Ryan, what I tend to do is, okay, I saw the version of what happened on Mason Greenwood's Instagram, and for me it was clear as daylight. Like, I didn't care what the law said. For me it was clear as daylight what the law says. But I'm a person and I saw what happened. But with things like that, if it's one allegation, I can stand by you. But if I've seen stuff like that, and if it's a thing like Benjamin Mendy where 6 or 7 women come out, come on, bro.
Also,
come on.
6
or 7.
I just want to ask.
One person I can understand. 6 or 7.
With you guys being fans, right?
Yeah.
Is Mason Greenwood that special? Like,
Paulo just said it now.
Is he a Ronaldo that you will stand by?
He's generational. But the point that Paulo's making is that there will be another Mason Greenwood.
But I'm saying, like, maybe with Cristiano, there was not going to be another one, you know?
There will be another Ronaldo. Time will tell. But there will be another Ronaldo.
But never mind. Whether it's Ronaldo, you'll be okay. We're Manchester United. We will be okay without Mason Greenwood.
There will be someone else. Yeah.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. I'd rather be a club that takes a moral stand.
Yeah, exactly, because this is a bigger issue. This is bigger than football.
So I mean, what if you as a club go, okay, you know what, we're going to let Mason Greenwood in. We're going to back the man. The guy plays 3 games, breaks his leg, he's out for a year. And now you've taken the noise anyway. It's fuck the players. You got to forget the player, and sometimes you have to make.
What does this do for us as a brand?
My whole thing is now, right? What would Pep do?
Pep's in the same situation.
He's saying with Mendy, because Mendy.
Oh yeah,
Pep's in exactly the same situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So play it by Pep.
Out.
Out.
You can play football, just not here.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know what Premier League club is going to pick him up, because what Premier League club wants that kind of noise?
Someone will. But for me, I said to somebody, as far as being a Man United player, he's played his last game for Man United.
Speaking of, and that's a very serious topic, and it's just it's very serious for a Sunday, boys. Well done. That was very good.
But it was well handled as well.
Well handled. So let's laugh at somebody just quickly before we go. This is very spiteful and it's very vengeful, but as anybody knows from the MKT show and from times here, I get way too angry about Paul Pogba for a rational grown adult. And fraud. Guess what?
Juve have had
injured
enough.
And Juve have had enough. To the point that they're blaming Manchester United and want compensation
for a free agent. You're mad. 290, you took him for free.
Look, we know Juventus are insane anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, if you haven't heard about it, Paul Pogba injured once again, probably out for the rest of the season. Juventus are angry.
290 days since he signed for Juventus. Well, 290 days. He hasn't played a professional football game for 290 days. He hasn't made his second debut for Juve yet. And he signed in August.
And he's
Actually,
been,
July the 1st.
And he's been paid every single week. And he's on Instagram 4 or 5 times a day.
Do you know his wages?
Paul Pogba's wages. I'll fund them for you.
Listen, man, he left the Premier League at over 300. There's
he
no
was at
way.
290. He was at 290 when he left. And there's no way he took a pay cut. And he was asking for a pay rise at United.
There's no way he's getting less than 350
Juve
at the
must
mess
be
of
pissed.
Juventus.
I'll tell you now.
Because they've taken a lot of shit, but I mean...
But you know what? They know what they're getting. So firstly, Juventus got the player from Manchester United because he was a dodgy little shit. Right? He then agitates for a move to United because they won't pay him what he's worth.
Pogba earns about £170,000.
Jesus.
Okay, all right.
That's a lot of money, though.
A week?
Yeah.
Okay, but he must have got a big sign-on.
Yeah, he must have got, yeah.
And trust me, that's what Juventus put on the books.
Oh, yes.
There's a Jeep Renegade full of money coming out of the Fiat factory straight to Casa del Pogba. And you know what I just want to say? You want to talk about a player who has shown no one any respect through his whole career, and it all comes down to roost. Now, Pogba might not give a shit because he won a World Cup, and that might be okay for him.
Yeah.
Okay? But the talent, because even when you were in that Juventus team, you were a decoration. That was Pirlo's midfield, right? That was a manager who was absolutely at the peak of his game, and Juventus, you can have all the allegations. Maybe there were other reasons that they won. Okay, so you didn't do anything at Juventus. You came at United. You stank the place up. You single-handedly derailed the team. You did. You distracted players. You were a noise. You saw off Mourinho. You saw off Solskjaer. Okay?
Him and his brother made some weird noise.
Man, Pogba is Ferguson was only wrong about one player ever. Japstam. Every other player went... because Ferguson decided you are not good. I'm making a point. I'm making a stand for my club. And Pogba was one of those people. And I think to bring Pogba back was one of just the kind of final misstep of the way Manchester United was run.
Yeah.
You don't wish ill on a person, but you just go, you know what, Pogba, you've never respected your career. You never respected your talent. You never respected anybody around you but yourself. And now, what, at 30 years old? 30 years old.
Yeah.
You're done. You're done.
Yep.
Fucking Pogba.
So funny. Jesus.
What a way to kind of conclude the show, man.
Okay, so Ryan's super happy about Chelsea. He thinks that we all got to watch this space. Chelsea are coming back.
Yeah, man, only time will tell.
No, but it's also nice just to see some different football being played now. Because now we've got guys from all over, you know?
Yeah. Okay, well, this has been Working Title FC. Went a little bit longer than usual.
It's been a
lot of issues. A lot of issues we had to deal with in the show. Got serious. Ryan got philosophical.
Hey, speaking in tongues, unleashing on us. Pentecostal. Holy Spirit was within him.
We're in the business end of the season, boys. Thanks for joining us. Join a friend, tell a friend.
Also, follow us on Twitter, guys. Senzo, have you got Twitter back yet?
No.
Okay, we need to sign you back up. But you can follow me at Hawksley, HAWXLI. Paulo, what is your handle there?
At The Real PTP.
Let's go.
Nice one, boys.
Is Elon Musk paying you?
No. You're right.